Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 70 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Back there, Philly, here we go.
They'll try to run with Ivory. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A give to McCoy. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone
fighting for the end zone, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Black.
Second down, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Third and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They run it again with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On third down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Allen. And this is incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. On play action, Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Allen on third. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On fourth down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go. Where's the hunt?
Cousins now on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And now out come the Bills. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. Boom, landed. Boom, landed. Patriot.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from hard. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. This quarterback now Already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The trapper! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here we go with Ivory. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And caught by Thomas for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills are in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now Cook, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this.
Let's go, let's go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And Rudolph has it to tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the 1st round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
First down, here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins on first down. whistle him here as he pulls it in. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. But first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go, now.
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards. At 6'5", Kelvin Benjamin is so hard for defenses to deal with.
When you open up the dictionary and you look at that NFL definition of uncovering, you find Kelvin Benjamin, just what you talked about. His size, his catch radius where you can put the ball almost anywhere. You can go up and get it. Remember how they won a national championship when he was at Florida State? Late game drive, put it way up there on the top shelf, and Kelvin Benjamin got it.
McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have broken the tie. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run. Cook got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A very solid gain of 27. And it half looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rhino! Where's your heart, hon?
Handoff comes to Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Hey, we're good.
A give. This is Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Out to his left. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Cousins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Black. Zebra. Rhino. The hood.
A first down throw for Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
First.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And here come the Bills. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, this is Ivory. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
This is McCoy, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Leopard!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground attack here. It's Ivory. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Throwing now is Allen. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, flush to his right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So apparently the bank is open. And fortunate for them as it gives them a 4th quarter lead.
And you talk about being fortunate. Fortune was definitely on their side there. I think 9 times out of 10, this ball hits the bar and comes right down. But he manages to put a little English on it, and he gets it to go.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Two. Hey, we're good.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He's back to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Line out!
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kyle Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8.
Wide.
Here's Cousins. Being chased out left.
Detroit!
Now it's the backup Simeon. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
82, Liz 50.
What can Cousins do in the OT? Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Hey, Ringo, 48, we're going. We're going, let's go. Rhino!
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Star Latulele with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
What's your heart, huh?
Second down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, but I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do? But neither team happy, right? No one wants to walk away from here with a tie, but I guess it's better than walking away with a loss, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the bright side for both teams, but nobody walking away a victor.
Come here, sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, she go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that, I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a cave back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We